Hello, you join me in a park in the woods, but it's not any old park or woods. No, it is Cofton Park, pride of Longbridge. Thousands of cars here, at least hundreds, and I today would like to talk to some of the owners of the cars. Maybe look at the cars as well. I've come up to the top of the hill where I found a man here called James A. Smith, isn't that right?
It is.
The A is important, isn't it?
It's very important.
Because there's loads of James Smiths about, right?
There is.
But how many James A. Smiths are there?
That's how I stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, and you do, because I recognised you before and I wasn't expecting to do. This chap here used to own a car called Gladys. And Gladys is a car that I used to own, and I called it Gladys. And he sold it to a man, didn't you?
I did.
Because he hated it, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you said it was the biggest pile of crap ever, that. Why did you sell me that, didn't you? Go on, why did you sell Gladys?
Gladys was turning out to be a bit of a money pit, and unfortunately I needed a daily driver, and I wanted to spend the money on my MGB instead of the England Gladys. So
Of which has got two.
I got two, one stoner and one normal, but it's gone to a good home with the Gladys.
That's all we need to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now you are the proud owner of an MG6.
The dodgy sticker.
I'm under the gazebo with a man called Philip Christian. You may not recognise him, but you probably know of his product if you're a Rover person.
We recognise these.
He invented the pscan, didn't you? He did. And we've been having a lovely chat all about it. So who wants to buy this product? Who is this product for?
Anyone that wants to fix a Rover with electronics in it.
Well, like this.
Basically.
Mine's got electronics, hasn't it?
It has.
Will I need this at some point?
If you get a warning light come on, or you want to code in a fob or something like that, yes, you will.
I've only got one fob, so yeah, it would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The second one would be a good idea.
Yeah, because sometimes you're going to lose the first one.
Sometimes you lose it, sometimes the battery goes flat, sometimes they go wrong,
And they break, don't they?
sometimes you drop them down a
Toilet.
drain hole.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much is the pscan itself?
175.
What, £1.75?
Hundreds.
And it works with any old laptop.
It does. Well, yes, it won't work with the latest stuff with ARM chips. And
So
things
yeah,
like that.
so old laptops.
Old
is
stuff
better.
is better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But old
Linux,
stuff is
old
cheaper as well.
Macs.
Yeah.
Windows 7, happy days.
Yeah. And I'll provide some sort of link to contacting you. Should I do that?
That would be lovely.
Right. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you very much.
Rover Joe!
Hey up, you alright?
Look at that. He's brought along a nice dish for us to eat out
I
of.
brought my car with me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the part that you have your curry off, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
very
almost-
nice. Yeah, you should clean it first. You'll end up ingesting all sorts of nasty stuff like that.
Yeah, I must definitely give it a clean one. So.
Yeah, go on, put it in your car.
I thought you brought your own bag. Go on. I hope it bloody fits in the car.
Of course it'll fit. That's where it came from. That's something else. That. Right. Okay. So Joe, what's this for?
It's the Honda.
Rover Joe he likes Rovers and he also likes Hondas. Is that right? Apostrophe Honda.
Honda.
Yeah. Honda Civic. Oh, is it a Honda?
Honda.
Honda. How long can we keep this up for? I reckon we should stop now, don't you?
Well, member of the family's daughter's got a child who's got cancer. She's got a 12.5cm growth on her stomach. She's had 3 bouts of chemo last week, and we're just trying to get some money together to help the family out and try our best to support them. We can do them custom, we can do them whichever colours you wish. If you get in touch with me on my number, which I'll provide with Paul here now, and we'll sort
I'll
it
put a
out.
link in the description.
That'd be perfect if you could, thank you.
I will do that. Well, that certainly looks very fetching in there, and it can stay there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next to Rover Joe's lovely gold Rover is an MG ZT260 in grey. This car is owned by somebody that some of you may know. Where is it? He's there. He's there.
Ah, Paul, fancy seeing you here.
What do you mean fancy seeing me here? We've just been chatting just a minute ago. Haven't we?
We have.
Come on,
We're here. We're here.
Let's have a nice cuddle.
Yeah.
Right there. And as we know not to get too close,
Beards can get
entangled.
intertwined.
So, this is Rob's car, which is a 260, which probably cost you a fortune to bring it up from Cornwall in.
Not Cornwall, because I don't live in Cornwall. That's someone else.
No.
Wrong YouTuber.
No, I am thinking of you. Would you like to tell me something about this car?
This car was poorly sick up until Tuesday. So I rescued this car from Yorkshire.
Was it going for scrap or something?
No, it was. I got it for a fairly good price, but it was popping, hissing, wheezing.
That's how most people want them.
Yeah, no, this was not in a good way. So it had a misfire, hunting idle, no power. So over the course of the last 12 months, it's not something I've done myself. It's beyond my capabilities. We've gone through the engine and changed all the sensors, plugs, coils, all of that, and it is running better. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's intermittently got power.
Oh, right. The best thing about intermittent power is that you use less fuel. Is that why you've set it up that way?
Actually, I think that's with this the reverse is true, because when it has intermittent power, the fuel gauge just goes.
Have you got much fuel in it now?
I've got half a tank, which is I've done 120 miles.
If you start it up and rev it, will you have a quarter of a tank?
Should we try that?
Yeah. That stinks. Look at this ZT. It is the most spectacular blue I've ever seen. It has really got my attention. But who does it belong to? Who does this car belong to? Who does this car belong to, Chris?
It belongs to me.
Chris Langford, man who's now quite famous for his little involvement in the display
And collection of Rover products.
Yeah, and collection of Rover products and collecting bits off of me once.
Yes.
Without
indeed,
without complaining.
Most famous for that event.
Yeah, exactly. What is this colour?
Well, this is Mirage 1, which is one of the Monogram paint selections. They made 6 ZTTs in this colour, 2 diesels. This is one of the 2 diesels. Yes, it's
They're very subtle, extra special kind of colour.
Well, yes,
Because the usual flip paint ones are really in your face, aren't they?
Yeah.
This one's kind of
it's
just.
got slightly pearlescent kind of flip to yellow if you get the light just right. It's it's a nice one considering the amount of work it's had done to it. It's
This was the car that you brought up to mine.
yes, it was. Yeah,
Yeah, because I
you
just.
wouldn't remember it.
No, I didn't. I want to. It looks like a completely different car to me.
Faded. There
Yeah.
was rusty wings, rusty sills. Yes, it's got black peel everywhere. So yes, it's had quite a comprehensive body above and below.
I think the car's ended up in the right hands then. You and the rest of its brothers in your farm.
It is. It's one of those. It's spent all of its life either in Scotland or in Whitehaven, 2 places which are famously good for preserving vehicles. Yes, it was one of those. I couldn't not. If you do the job, I've got to do it right. And it's
It's fantastic.
yeah, I'm not going to walk past another one in the show anyway.
No, there aren't anymore, are they? Shiny. So why come all the way from Slovenia?
We were here in 2019
Right.
with my 75,
Yeah.
in 2021 with the friend 75, and this year it was time for my only car, only other MG Rover that is for now on the streets, registered.
How long does it take you to get here?
About 2 days, but we took it leisurely, like we didn't rush.
No, well, we'd get rather tiring, wouldn't it?
Because last year we took first day, it was 13 hours of driving. It was pretty harsh. And on a car, we don't use these cars every day. This one for sometimes it has been my workhorse, but now not anymore.
Well, it's fantastic to see, because I have actually seen pictures of this on Facebook on its way, and I was amazed really that you'd travel such a distance to come to a muddy field in England.
Yeah, but you don't find this car.
No. And this chap here is called Max, and he works. Are you a founding member of DGM?
I'm not a founding member of Discount MG Rover Spares. I am the one everyone forgets about. I blend into the background,
but
quietly buy broken things.
Looking like that, you don't blend into the background.
Yeah, but they're all in company attire.
Are they?
They are.
Ah, right. So you've come in stealth mode.
I know, because they're still stuck by their cars answering questions. I've had a wonder. I'm quite happy.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? They can be a bit easy to get mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's mostly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like a 75 with an ASPA.
Yeah, yeah.
Or an ankle bracelet.
Oh, well, that is suggestive, isn't it?
That's more ZR, I think.
That, yeah.
The chav chariot of choice.
You can't be saying that.
I've never had one, so I'm alright.
Oh, right, okay. I was like you were suggesting that the ZR is the one that you take the dog in car park.
I think it might be the vans are probably quite popular for that. Scott's got one, don't tell him.
Oh, right.
But yeah, no, it's been good. Having a nice time. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too.
So here we have a 2005 MGTS 135. This car we've had in our possession for about roughly 5 years now. In that time, we've done a few little modifications to suit the owner of this vehicle, which is stuck behind you.
Is that you?
So,
hello, Paul.
So in our possession, the car's been fitted with some gunmetal grey 16-inch TF alloys. These were off a 160 car, so you can have the bigger brake systems on it, which haven't been added to the car. Inside, we've opted to get rid of the blue cloth interior to put the earlier MGF pre-project drive seats in it. This means that you have the better bolster wear, and you don't have the seat dandruff underneath.
The seat, well, the biscuits.
All the biscuits. So also this car quite recently, as we put it on the road, has discovered that it doesn't like to drive that much, and is through an injector, losing 3/4 of a tank of petrol at one time in under 5 minutes, and also well, 2 of its hangers off the back of the exhaust, and meaning it had rested on the bumper.
Jake is a young chap who I consider responsible for the start of Project Nigel.
I'd like to think I am, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because, in your own words.
So, it's alright. So I've known Paul now for about roughly 5 years.
Could be that, yeah.
Could be. It was only up until as soon as he bought Nigel and he started to replace the rear bumper and the wing mirror that I decided he should make a thing of it. And that point was the time when Paul said, I'll make a YouTube channel. And his very first video was of Nigel and the bumper and the door that you'd already put on it.
Was it?
Yeah. The black door and your blue bumper.
Oh, right.
And that was it. And that
seems like a long time ago. I can't remember that right now.
It was. And 3 years have passed by and 4,000 subscribers.
And because of that, you deserve the secret handshake. Beep, beep.
There we go.
Beep. Thank you. Whilst Sheldon is over here, sat next to my car, enjoying the view, have a chat with you, eh?
That's a lovely arse you have there.
Well, you know, that's what the ladies often say. But you've got a beard, so you can't be a lady.
True. Well, these days, who knows?
Well, good point. Maybe that's a subject that we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Let's not go there. But let's leave it in the video.
You had Nigel now?
I've had it for 5 years on and off.
5 years, wow, okay.
I've only had it 5 years because I sold it twice.
You sold it twice?
Yeah. I sold it twice and bought it 3 times.
So is it, it's probably a stupid question, people who watch the channel probably know anyway, but is it like, was it like an inspired Rover like version of the Polos they used to do, those Harlequin cars?
No. I'll tell you what it was actually. One day it was parked outside the house and some presumably drunken person kicked the mirror off. And at the time I didn't realise you could just replace the cap when you replace the mirror. So it ended up with the blue, actually a Wedgwood blue thingy on there.
Proper Rover colour there.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be good if I did the rest of it like this? And the rest is history. What's that?
That's where Project Runner has gone for all his work.
Oh, right, I see. MG-tastic.
My first love was an MG, you know.
Was it?
That's how I got into classic cars. My mum's friend had an immaculate MGB when I was a young lad. Really, I was a child. I was like 5 years old, and we used to go there and have cups of tea in the garage. And I used to sit in the car when I was really young. It was racing red, wire wheels, convertible, chrome bumper, really early one, immaculate car. And my earliest memory, other than sitting in it, is going back to his house 3 weeks later, and the car was a bare shell. And I said to him, I said, "Why have you taken it all to bits?" And he said, "Oh, there was a slight rattle. It just didn't feel right. So I thought I'd start again." And it was changed. It was green and red about 4 times. He was very OCD, lovely chap, but he could never decide what colour to paint it and what to do with it. It spent more time in the garage than driving it. It was stupid low mileage too. It was like 10,000 miles or something. It was silly mileage. But yeah, that's what sort of started it off. So I wanted an MGB, and Lucas showed me Kismet, and the rest is history.
You've seen the multicoloured P6 as well, haven't you?
Yes, Joseph.
Right.
That belongs to the Annabelles, Harvey, Clive, and I believe his grandfather is sadly no longer with us. I think his name was Maurice. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong.
Well, there's
I think his grandfather started that project.
Right. So some assume that maybe I've copied that, but I haven't. I just.
Well, especially if you didn't know about Joseph.
I didn't know about it. No, I only found out about that a couple of years back, which was already after I'd done pretty much all of what I've done on this one. But mine's shinier.
Instant win.
Yeah.
So is this whole section a panel that you can remove?
No.
You don't like getting in the video.
You can be as rude as you like to me. It's never going to offend me.
I'm never going to be rude to you.
You can be.
Never going
you can't be as rude to me as I am to you.
No, I don't. No, not at all.
Yeah. No. Go on, have a go.
No.
Go on.
No.
Try and beat me in being rude.
No,
go on.
I don't like being rude to people.
This is Simon, and he is a moderator in my group called Rover and British Marks.
It's a good group.
It's a good group.
And it's a good group of people, actually.
It's a good group of people, and we've been doing it for quite a while. And Simon's been a very, very useful part of this group's success. And he's
You're a very good liar. Can you edit out all this BS that's coming out here?
No, that needs to stay in.
Okay.
Yeah, take the cap off.
Are you serious?
What did you do that for?
What?
What did you take that off for?
Because you told me to take it.
You do everything.
Well, you're my boss, technically.
Yeah, that's
so,
it, isn't it? I'm your boss, so you just do as you're told.
Yeah, technically.
You're quite happy to just stick with that idea, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the show?
Yeah. Hello, Maria.
Hiya.
This is Maria, and she is one of the moderators in my group. And as you can see, she's not an old lady. So why do you have a Rover 25?
Why not? That's
yeah, but why? The question was, why have you got a Rover 25?
Really simple one. I've grown up with Rover my entire life. Since before I was born, my family have had Rover P6s. So from growing up with them, it was only natural when I started driving myself to have a Rover as a first car.
That's a good answer, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I set my heart on having a Streetwise. Those were my favourite. That's what I wanted. When my dad surprised me with a British Racing Green Rover 25, which I automatically fell in love with.
You still got it, haven't you?
Still got him. He's coming back on the road in a couple of weeks.
Is David fixing that one?
David's fixing that one.
Okay.
And well, I got this one as a courtesy car. Ended up falling in love with her and keeping her. So she's a daily / show car, and then I'll have Bridge as my other daily / Comic Con car. So.
What a wonderful horror story.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I wasn't really expecting you was going to take to this one.
Yeah.
Because the Mark One's obviously a nicer car, isn't it, generally?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, if you asked me to pick out a Rover, this wouldn't have been it.
No.
No, this would not have been it. This car completely contradicts my sense of taste because for multitude of reasons. Main reason, leather interior. I hate leather interiors. But please forgive the mess. She is a daily runner.
Why do you hate leather interiors?
It's just I don't like how they feel like to sit in, and also they're during the summer they get very uncomfortable. And
are you a vegetarian?
No.
There's nothing wrong with vegetarians. I just thought I'd ask.
Now I've got 2 25s along with 3 other Rovers as well. So the Rovers, they are an addiction, but they are so much fun. You're never going to have more fun with a car than if you have a Rover.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh look, look we've spotted.
Who could this be?
It's Mr. Paul from Project Nigel.
Ah,
It's
you.
You know who I am.
I do know who you are. We're not like we're having a camera off, aren't we?
I think so, sir. I've seen your car of its new wing as well.
No, it's not a new wing. It's actually the same wing, just been a lot more buffed up and made nicer.
It's very good, sir.
Thank you.
I'll let you continue your non-shuffling, non-shuffle.
Gosh, what's happened to that exhaust? It looks like some massively overinflated pasta. Nigel, you have a visitor called Mike.
Hello.
Do you reckon it looks better from the last time you saw it then?
Yeah, this thing has a bit of a polish.
Oh, you're noisy.
But no, it's looking good.
It's had quite a lot of polish and fettling, and unfortunately that's kind of come a bit loose, but
yeah.
other than that,
I love that you've always gone trophy yellow for the bonnet. It's my favourite MG Rover colour.
What was it yellow when I brought it down to you?
I think so.
Or was it red?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. So it was like such a long time ago.
Yeah, a good couple of years.
No, it's not been a couple of years. Or is it? Be a couple of years at the end of this year, I reckon. That's what it'll be.
Have a look inside.
Yeah, have a look inside. So you don't need an expensive car for a nice car, do you?
Absolutely not.
That's how I always look at it.
No, great chassis as well.
Oh yeah, you like these, don't you?
Yep. Yeah, I might be about to buy a ZR because I never had one. I only ever had the 25, so I could be about to buy a ZR at some point this year.
Does that mean you're going to be coming for me for parts?
I don't know, maybe.
There's always going to be something that's missing, isn't there?
Yeah. But yeah, I've got 620 Ti which I brought down today.
Oh, I thought it was a secret.
Adding to it. No.
Ah,
I've
right.
unveiled it on Instagram today.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah, so I've had a look at his Ti and I thought it was going to be a secret, but it's not quite as much of a secret, so I'll show you in a second. It might do.
How long was the drive down?
This is Mike Fernie's new Rover 620 Ti. Actually, your car, this channel's car.
That is my car.
Even better.
Same as the Mondeo was. So yeah, most of the cars are Drive Tribe company cars, but this one is mine.
That's
Even better. We agree with that, don't we?
Absolutely.
Even though it's almost time to go home, I haven't even been down to this area just yet. The Metro's a very, very small car, and it looks even smaller when you've got a huge man inside. I forgot. How tall are you, Josh?
6'7".
6'7".
Yes.
That is taller than me. It is, honestly. I'd actually fit in there fine.
Yeah.
What makes you want to drive such a small car? Come on, answer the question.
Not trying to compensate for someone else.
Right. So, in other words, it's you've got a sense of security.
Yeah.
You feel with making something look small.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting way of going about it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Does it drive nicely?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a bit loud on the motorway, 4 speed, but
it will be, won't it?
But it's comfortable, and I do fit surprisingly well in it.
You do actually, yeah.
And I think the driving position's nice.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to be in the back.
No, I wouldn't want to be the person in the back.
There we go, this is the end of today's Longbridge video, and together are all of the lovely YouTube people all showing their cars off, like these people here.
Hello.
Go and introduce yourselves.
So we are Peggy and Chloe from Retro Rats.
I knew that. What about this chap here?
I'm Jake from Fuel Power.
And where's your car?
There's a little Mini down here.
And we like that, don't we? Who's this chap here?
I'm Mike from Drive Tribe, and that's my horrifically sun damaged 620 Ti.
And it's fantastic.
Thank you.
And who's this chap?
Hello, I'm Miha Page. We came from Bucharest, from Romania, with 100th anniversary edition.
That one over there, yes.
In the background.
Yes. And who's this lady?
Simone from Classics.
Cofton Classics.
Yes.
You've seen it before, and that's your car.
This is my car. This is Connie with a
And
K.
Connie with a K.
Connie with a K.
And who's this chap here?
It's Tom from Tom Drives, and I've just missed my Amazon delivery. That's my car.
Oh yeah.
The Amazon driver's been calling my phone off the hook. It's fine about a car show. Just leave him. Just leave
Excellent.
the parcel in the bin.
That makes this video even better.
It does.
And what about this lovely car here? Hello.
It's your colour, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah. I could get lost on the bonnet of this car.
Yeah, my skirt would go with your hoodie.
What's your name?
Alex from Alex's Asset.
Alex is asking. And then we have beards
and bangers.
Bangers. You really should change that intro, I reckon.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I quite like it.
It's awful.
Fair enough.
And then we have.
Hey folks, Colin from Rovers and Rover Repair and Pride of Longbridge 2023. We had a great day, didn't we, mate?
Yep, certainly has. It's called Colin, by the way.
Yes.
Is that everybody?
I think that's everybody.
Is that everybody? Is that all of the relevant people? That's the pscan man car.
Ah.
Yes.
Mr. Pscan. Are you the guy?
So thank you very much for watching this rather excellent video. I presume it's excellent.
So you've had to like...
Either you've watched it for some sort of punishment. Bye bye. When I was growing up, I always assumed my circle of friends would be artists, musicians, academics, quirky, bohemian types, and that's really it. They're the kind of people I associated with in my early 20s, and you know, I still know some of them now. But what's happened here over the past few years, since having a community of Rover and British car enthusiasts, it's turned into something I could never have expected. So many people have come to become friends, and good friends, the kind of friends that don't just say bye-bye or shake hands, but give each other a hug. And men don't like to do that kind of thing. So I am astonished by this, and today's event was the best car gathering, car show, whatever you want to call it, I've ever been to, and I can't wait for more.